Good afternoon, and thank you to the organizers for the kind invitation. Just a quick look at where our company stands today. We operate in 4 countries with 13 E&P licenses, exploration production. We have 20 active wells, of which 16 are producers, and in Greece employ 385 highly skilled employees. We have 2P reserves in Israel of 1.5 TCF of gas, and 7.1 of prospective resources, while in Greece we have 73.3 million of 2P oil reserves, excuse me, not in Greece only, but Energean net, and 48.1 million barrels of oil equivalent in 2C resources. In Israel, there is a 1.6 billion ongoing investment in Karish and Tanin, and we have gas agreements, 12 of total contracting volume up to 74 BCM already signed. And there's a $400 million invested in producing assets in Greece already. So the company now today is a FTSE 250 listed company with approximately 400 million barrels of oil equivalent reserve and resources. So in Prinos since 2009, we've invested $400 million US dollars. Our major partner at that time, and now still is, was the US firm Third Point. We do have an offtake agreement with BP. With BP buy 100% of our production. And we've created more than 200 direct jobs. Our contribution to the Greek state, the Greek economy, and the local society of Kavala is up to the level of 300 million USD. And we've managed to increase Greece's reserves and resources from 2 to 75 million barrels between 2017 and 2007 and 2015 by investing the amounts we just heard and having activities in drilling and well interventions. That has to be done because our main operation lies in a tourism-driven area. That has to be done in complete unison and harmony with the main driver of that area, which is tourism. It's pretty much of the rest of the country. So we have 30 years of experience in working safely in a very sensitive environmental area. You know that the area of Kavala, in particular Thassos, are some of the most heavily utilized touristic destinations. And we coexist with them. I'm just going to make a very small stop to say that our platform complex today lies 10 kilometers outside of Kavala and only 4 kilometers from the western shores of Thassos. So we operate for a very long time in that environment. So far, thank God, we have had no mishaps, no accidents, nothing, and our intention is to continue precisely that way. In Prinos, the ongoing investment is to further increase production and develop the Epsilon oil field. And here I'm going just to make a very small stop to say that in February we signed a turnkey contract with the Romanian company GSP to develop pre-drilled 6 wells for us in Epsilon and manufacture a new platform, a new pipeline to be installed there. So this is all the development that is going on now. As we speak, we are drilling with GSP in the Epsilon field in Prinos, and at the same time we're having well interventions and drilling of our own. We definitely also intend to present a proposal to convert the almost depleted gas field of South Kavala into an underground gas storage. We are involved in processes to complete the studies for this purpose. We understand that there's a very complex series of legal issues and procedures that need to be followed to that effect. But it's something that we're involved in and definitely is one of our priorities for the near future. At the same time, the next goal is to develop the West Katakolo offshore oil field. In West Katakolo, where we are today, is we need to submit to the relevant licensing authorities the environmental study for impact assessment, and we hope this is something that will be approved in less than the 2.5 years it took for Prinos. Once that is done, then this is the main guideline for the development of the field, and we'd be expecting that to be sometime in 2019, in mid-2019. In Yanina and Tolakarnania, as you know, we're the minority partner with Repsol, who are the operator. So I wouldn't like to spend too much time on those. I think the operator should. There has been various developments concerning the two areas. I hope we're going to be moving very soon towards the right direction. A quick note about our role in the Israeli gas market. As I said before, we have a 1.6 billion investment in the Karish Tanin development. The final investment decision was taken in March 2018, and the projection is for first gas in the first quarter of 2021. We believe we introduced competition in the domestic gas market and contributed to security and diversity of supply. And we have already contracted to the domestic market 4.2 BCM yearly at 30% lower prices than previous contracts. We do have an additional 3.8 BCM per year of spare capacity in the FPSO available for additional gas sales contracts, either by further contributing to the domestic market or in an attempt to strengthen export options and Israel's strategic position. Also, there are 7.5 TCF of prospective gas resources identified in 7 Energean operated blocks to be explored in the coming years. And we think many of the Southeastern Mediterranean countries can and will benefit from the installation of the only FPSO vehicle in the area so far. So just to raise a few points for discussion, how can Greece support the E&P sector? We've in various presentations with the Honorable Mr. Basias and all of our colleagues, we've discussed that the key word for us, and we've seen it a lot of times, is stability, stability in administration, stability in contracts, stability in taxation. We need to create an environment where investments will feel that administration has a continuity and that the relevant conditions are permanent, they are stable, and they can plan ahead safely. The question that arises after that, as we heard in the previous panel as well, is can Greece become the energy hub and attract further investment in energy to connect East Med gas producers with the European consumers? That's a question to be discussed by not only our panel, but the totality of the attendees here. Yes, we do believe that can be done, but with a variety of contributions and terms and conditions satisfied. The role of oil majors and independent E&P players in the region. We think that the key word here is commitment. We think that the degree of commitment shown by some companies now in the Southeastern Med demonstrates what needs to be done going forward. And this is one of the major drivers that will enable major oil companies or independent companies in the area to process and develop fields and develop the opportunities. And another point I want to discuss is the alleviation of environmental concerns in the local communities. For some time now, the issue has arisen also in Greece, in Western Greece. I think the main issue here, the main concern is, in one word, information. We need to keep local communities informed, and we need to keep them informed as to our respect and appliance of the laws and regulation in existence today. We do a lot of that, and I'm sure our colleagues as well. And we need to make sure that the people in those regions, be it cities or communities or prefectures, need to be informed of that. They need to know that we respect environmental regulations. They need to know that we respect the laws. They need to know that we operate in a clear and fundamentally transparent way. We do have a fair degree of success with that in our operation in northeastern Greece, especially in the area of Kavala and Prinos, and various degrees of success or non-success in other areas. But this is one of the key areas and one of the key questions we need to address in the upcoming future. We'll be doing that, hopefully, in cooperation with the rest of the operators in Greece and HHRM, and we think it will be one of the main points that we will need to address to proceed. I'd like to thank you for your attention, and please feel free to ask any questions. Thank you very much.